Hey, scrapbook friends, it's Nicole from Nicole's Scrapbooks, and I'm here with the June end of month new product release. I think we're going to call this end of month since we had a few product releases this month. And it's the Coastal Shore collection. I'm super excited about this for one special reason, and I will fill you in on that a little bit later. But first, I just want to show you what all comes in the collection. So this is kind of our beachy lake, maybe a little bit more northeastern, a little bit less tropical. We have Tropic Time, which is tropical, and this is kind of different beach. These are the places people take pictures, I guess. So the album is navy with a foil design. It's mostly in this blue kind of metallic foil with a few little white seagulls on it. Pretty sure it's navy. Yeah, navy foiled album cover. Coastal Shore, the cute little lighthouse scene on it. And then we have, this one has a paper pack, a Fast to Fab paper pack, laser borders, stickers, mats. It doesn't have embellishments, so just be aware of that. This is a 12-piece paper pack for the designer paper, two each of 6 double-sided designs. So we have little lighthouses and sailboats and water and clouds. And the back is this really nice kind of sandy neutral. As always, like one side of our paper tends to be busier and the other side tends to be a little bit less busy or more neutral. These are little fishing floats, maybe? I think they're fishing floats, crab floats. I don't know. One of y'all from the Northeast can help me. Okay, I said neutral on the back. This is not really neutral, this stripe. It's got a lot of personality, but use it sparingly with the stripe. But, kind of a neutral as far as the patterns go. Then we have this stripe, which I really like, the blue and red and aqua, kind of the variegated stripes. And then the back is a polka dot. So that's neutral-ish. I don't know what this is. This doesn't feel coastal to me. This feels like, grandma's quilt or something, but it's also kind of a very neutral. And then we have a wood grain, which is super nice to have wood grain. Love this one with the kind of block print almost. This looks like you could, almost like it's stamped, doesn't it? Like stamped. And then the back is a plaid, of course, but I like this one because it's kind of this watercolory plaid. Love this big, just blue sky, kind of a cloudy grayish blue sky. And then the back has this other little almost stamped wood block design with all the seashells. Okay, so that is the paper, the designer paper. And then we also have the Fast to Fab inspired paper. And what I love that they're doing right now is that you're getting 2 pieces that go together. You don't get 2 of the same. And it just makes it so nice to do a double page spread. And it's unlike a Fast to Fab album because you can put these anywhere. So this one has the lighthouse, and then this design goes all the way across. Oops, am I fit? All right, so the design goes all the way across. If you don't like the lighthouse design, the back of both of these is just this cloud. So that's really nice. But if you had lighthouse pictures, this would be great to use for that. All right, apparently I opened these upside down. So the back of this one is also kind of a cloud, like more of a darker cloud. And it's like a little beachfront coastal scene with the little beach grasses and the water out there. Okay, and then the last one, we get more of this same kind of sandy paper. And then you get the 2, coordinating beach pieces, so it goes all the way across. And I just love that they are doing this. It just gives you a head start on your layout. You could just put your pictures down in a little embellishment cluster and some journaling and be done. So that is the Fast to Fab. You only get 6 in the pack, but it's only $5. Then we have the mats. As always, you get 24 mats. 12 of them are 6.5 by 4.5, and 12 of them are 4 by 6. So you can use the larger mats to mat either a smaller mat or a 4 by 6 photo. Or if you cut them in half, they have the 2 journal boxes. So let's just look at them together. Capturing memories. And for whatever reason, the way that they print them, the way that I take them out, I always seem to flip them over upside down. Even though that one I was thinking about it. That's cute. A little porthole. I mean, you could use this on a Disney cruise. You knew I had to say it. Sand dunes and sea breezes. You have that opportunity to do it either way. Walk along the shoreline. Quiet Ocean Moments. And then some journal boxes. Now, I do wish they wouldn't do this. I need to write to them and say, hey, we want 2 of the same. You know, in case you need 2 on a layout, you want the 2 coordinatings to be together. Oh, that's pretty. Where the ocean kisses the land. Love that. My daughter is actually working at Disney World right now at the Yacht and Beach Club, and this just feels very Yacht and Beach Clubby to me. All right, so these are the 4.5 by 6.5. So this is like a 2-piece mat you could cut apart, and then the back is a solid, and it goes with this one. So this one you do get the 2 that go together. And I love this when I do use these for mats, because then I can have 2 mats that are the same on a page, because even though this has the white on it, once you put your 4x6 picture, it covers up all of that, and they look basically identical. Like you can't tell which one is which. All right, so there's that one. And then, oh, these 2 go together. Okay, that's kind of cool. Well, that's not how that's going to work, though, because that one's right here. Let's see if that's how that's going to work. Oh, yeah. See, those 2 go together. That's kind of nice. All right, so there's the blue. We'll just kind of look at them like this. Oh, I like all these. I love the polka dots. I'm a polka dot girl. So that goes with that one. That one. That one. That one. That one. Oh, that was right back there. And then, oh yeah, I went too far. All of these have a match, so I like that a lot with the mat pack, the 12 or the 24 pack of the variety mats. All right, and then we have the laser borders, and this one is kind of a mix. You have some that you just get a single, so if you wanted to have it go all the way across, you might want 2 of them, but you really can kind of like fussy cut on here and spread this across a layout. I think it looks really pretty to do that. So this one is seashells. They're just single-sided. Some little blue crabs. Some red lobsters. This one is little starfish and little seashells with the bubbles. I like that. And then you have the anchors. And then this is interesting to me because you have this one with the lighthouse, and that's all. And I think you probably could put it together with this, although it's a different height, but you have both of these, and I kind of like this. So maybe you would do like something like this with the lighthouse. I don't quite know how these are supposed to work together. Oh, but look at that. When you put these up against each other, bam, they line right up together. So that's really nice. And then this one I love because you get the little beach front and the fence. And look how cute when you layer it together. I just think that looks really nice. However, if you wanted to go all the way across, you would need 2 packs of the laser borders for some of these. And you wouldn't want to do like 2 lighthouses. So you might have to do a little cutting to make that little one go all the way across. But don't be afraid to, cut these in half, or even not in half, but like, 3 and 5 or whatever, like in the middle of your layout or something like that. I don't know if this could even go that way. All right, so those are the laser borders. And then we have the stickers. So a lot of those same kind of images. Feels very Northeastern. As a little girl, I used to love the Disney movie Pete's Dragon, and it just reminds me of that. I have visited Maine once many years ago. Kind of reminds me of that. But I actually am going to be using this collection for some Florida Gulf Coast pictures, because we have lighthouses in the South too. All right, and then the 3 little borders, you have kind of this little decorative design. Well, they're all decorative. I don't know what is this design called? This little braces, and then a little X flower, and then this is like a cord woven through. It's just obviously just a sticker. So those are the stickers. And then we have 2 fun tools that go along with this. We have the Curious Crabs Border Maker cartridge. Now I'm filming this for you on Wednesday. This came out on Monday, and I paid for 2-day shipping to get it for you, to show it to you. They're already telling us that this Curious Crabs is hot. I don't think they expected this to be a super popular Border Maker cartridge, but boy, is this little guy cute. So I punched it for you a couple times. I punched it once out of red because, of course, I think of red crabs, even though crabs are not red until you cook them. But then this one, I punched it out of beige and put it just on top of the red. So you can kind of have the little red crabs shining through. I occasionally get comments that I don't mention Disney sometimes when you guys think I should. So totally, for me, this is all about little Sebastian from The Little Mermaid, you know, under the sea. That's what I'm thinking. I'm going to absolutely use this on a little Ariel, a Little Mermaid ride layout. But then you get all these little crabs as confetti. So you could use these also on your layout. You know, if you have the little red crabs or whatever, the little gray crabs. I mean, you would put the gray crabs on, you know, not on gray. But they're super cute. You maybe just do some little eyes on there. So I love these little crabs. I don't know what, you know, I don't need that. But, and then we have the fishnet decorative border punch. Now, a couple people told me they felt like this one looks a lot like a punch we had in the past. We had a scallop lattice or something, and it is kind of similar. But they've learned a lot about punches since we had that one. So this one, I feel like punches better. And it has the little blue diamond to help you position. So after you punch your border, when you scoot it over, there's going to be a little blue diamond on the leftover scrap to help you position. Because otherwise, these identical borders are hard to align. So just know that you've got that little triangle, little divot-y thing. And then it punches this cute, you know, fishnet. And you could even put little crabs in it. How cute would these little crabs be? Maybe you do a beige fishnet with blue crabs or something. If you're from Maryland, I think you want Maryland blue crabs. And if you're, you know, if you're talking about Disney World, then Sebastian did never get caught in a net. So there you go. So that is the Coastal Shore collection. Right now, while the Curious Crabs Border Maker cartridge is still available, you can get it in a buy it all bundle and save 10%. It has all the things I just showed you except for the album cover. That does not come in the collection, which I love because, you know, so not all of us want every single album cover that comes out. But once this goes away, they'll take away the buy it all bundle, and then they'll just have a decorative bundle that will be just the paper things that I showed you before that. And then they haven't said anything about the fishnet being hot. But as of Wednesday, like, hot quantities are limited. So my guess is they probably didn't, you know, order in as much quantity as this one because it's not as universal as, you know, something like this fishnet you could use on lots of different layouts. So if you want this one, act quickly. And then not only that, but we got Lagoon Shimmer in the regular line. So this was a shimmer paper from the Shimmer Buffet last year, I think, which I have loved and I've kind of hoarded. It's very, very similar to Island Waters, but it's got the shimmer. So this is Lagoon Shimmer. It is added to the line. You know, nothing in Creative Memories is considered permanent to the line. They like to keep things fresh and add in new things, but this will be around for a while. And if it sells well, then it'll stay a long time. And if not, we may have it for a year or two, and then they'll replace it with something else. But I love the shimmer. I love the weight of it. They don't call it cardstock. They call it shimmer paper. It's heavier than our designer paper, but it's not as heavy as the cardstock. So that is the Lagoon Shimmer paper. So I told you at the beginning I was a little bit excited about this collection specifically, and I'll tell you why. It's because Creative Memories has invited me to be a content contributor and to help design the project recipes. So as a CM advisor, you can download the project recipe handout in your advisor back office and use this as a class to teach to your customers or to do for yourself. So it's one that I do with my customers. If you're local here to Huntsville, Madison, we'll be doing this a week from yesterday. So we do the fourth Tuesday of the month, we do project recipe. We're doing this one and Full of Wonder. And because I did this project recipe, I will be doing a video to show you like how it goes together. So watch for that, you know, within the next couple of hours. I'm trying not to post everything at the same time, but I'll just show you how I did. I think I'm going to do, I didn't record it while I was making it, so I'm going to do it with some different papers so you can kind of just see how different that it looks. Okay, so that's the project recipe, and I will be doing the project recipes about every 3 months. So I'm super excited about that. If you have any feedback or input about what you'd like to see in project recipes, please let me know. And then we have 2 album colors that are added to the line. And these are colors we've seen before. This one is called CM Blue, which, you know, it's CM Blue. We had it before with the little CM shutter flower design, but now you can just get it plain. CM Blue. And then this one is called Icy Blue. And I think we had this one with like the United States or something on the front. I don't remember what other patterned album covers we've had with this, but this is now added, this Icy Blue. It's just a nice, like a baby blue, if you wanted a baby blue for a baby album. So that's what we got for, it came out on June 17th, which is this past Monday, and will be around for a while, like I say, except for the Curious Crabs, which are hot. The others should be around for a little while. So place an order with your Creative Memories advisor, or if you don't have an advisor, I would love your business, and you can order with the link that will be down in the description below. So if you have any comments about Coastal Shore, I would sure love to hear them, and I hope that you have some fun crab, lighthouse, fishing float, beachy scene layouts that you'll be able to scrapbook with these. All right, thanks so much. I appreciate your watching my videos, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.